Commission has launched an investigation into the 911 outages in Nebraska and 3 other states. Now, it's unofficially being blamed on a fiber line cut in the Kansas City area.
Here in the Metro service was knocked out for several hours last night. 6 News producer Roger Hamer is on your side, asking questions about why this keeps happening and what can be done about the outages.
It is happening all too regularly. 911 outages. So who's responsible and why does this keep occurring? Windstream Telecommunications knocked out 911 services in Lincoln last August, followed by Lumen Technologies affecting the metro area last September, and last night, Lumen again. Authorities say the outages last night were sporadic, affecting multiple carriers and both cell and landlines. Only one service, T-Mobile, didn't crash.
The callers were getting a fast busy signal from some wireless phones when they were calling 911. We were able to confirm that we were seeing calls on an application called Rapid SOS, which gets location information from callers that call 911, and it is separate from the voice network. We received a final notification at approximately 1:42 this morning that Lumen had restored service completely and that their network was stable and that all calls should be delivered again.
Douglas County 911 Technical Manager Kyle Kramer says there is nothing the local 911 operations can do if the calls don't reach the 911 center. He says the Nebraska Public Safety Commission needs to address the outages with network providers. Crystal Rhodes was on that commission for several years.
It's broken. It's a broken system. It has been broken for a long time, and the people in charge of making sure that it works have not done so. And they need to be, the electorate needs to be aware of it, and they need to hold these people accountable.
Rhodes is currently clerk of the district court in Douglas County. She tells me while she was a commissioner, she continually brought up concerns of a lack of fail-safe procedures for the 911 system to ensure the end of these outages. She says the commissioners have to be held accountable to hold telecommunications providers accountable for providing contracted service.
You have to build some redundancy into it, and they haven't been held accountable for not doing that. I tried. There were multiple outages. I called for multiple investigations, and at every time that those concluded, the outcome was the same. Well, we talked to the carrier, and they said that it won't happen again.
Rhodes says it's also up to voters to hold their elected officials accountable. On your side, Roger Hamer, WOWT 6 News.
A spokeswoman with the Nebraska Public Service Commission tells us that they are waiting for the verification of what caused the disruption. It is suggested that we save the administrative number of the Douglas County 911 to our phones in case there is another shutdown. And we have that number on this story at WWT.com.